How's it going, everybody? Fellow leaf lovers. So, we're going to smoke the JT10. I have had this already, and it's a great cigar. I was going to video it, and just stuff happened where I just ended up smoking it. And for me, I got to smoke another one to do the video. So I pre-cut it when after we did our trailer. Perfect draw. That I don't usually go off of the dry draw. Or the cold draw. Dry draw, of course, it's dry. The cold draw. But there's a flavor in there that I can't explain. And it's good. This is probably the best Rumo 101 cigar I've had in quite a while. You guys are jumping around like crazy. Do not try this at home. I'm a paid professional. Good. Hey, I probably can't even see what I'm doing anyway, so that's good. Look, Ma, no hands. Mmm. This cigar. I drive more straight with no hands than I do with the hands on the wheel. This cigar is box worthy, I'll tell you that right off the get-go. I only got a 5-pack, but I wish I got a box. They're going to be very limited with what happened with the fire. That's why they're a little late. But man, if you can get your hands on them, get your hands on them, because they're good. I can only imagine what it tastes like with a couple months of age on them or longer. It's really good now. It's hard to explain. I mean, there's some spice on the retro. When I mean spice, like peppery. There's a little bit on the tongue. It's not like a pepper bomb, but for a Room 101, it is a little more spicy. It has a natural sweetness to it once it gets going, just from my experience on the last one. There's definitely a nuttiness. And then the retro will calm down, and it'll get so creamy smooth. Kind of nutty creamy. uh, this one's actually smoking a little bit better than the first one because it's had more time to acclimate. The first one I smoked was pretty much right out of the box. That artwork, I mean, that band is just badass. Look at that thing. Hopefully that's showing up pretty good on the camera. There's this thing. Oh, it's almost like a creamy walnut nutty flavor to me. And then a mix between black pepper and a little bit of crushed red pepper on the way it just kind of mingles together, but not spicy. Not like a hot spicy. It's just enough peppery spice to give it some to the right. It definitely has body. Has a lot of body to it. But the smoke is just. This is one that you just have to try to know what I'm talking about because I get stuck on flavors sometimes, and I can't even explain this one except that it's just really good. I mean, I know that doesn't help you guys at all. There's a breadiness to it. You get breadiness out of every cigar. Everything I'm saying you can get out of a lot of cigars. It's just the way it mingles in your mouth and just dances around on the taste buds. And you guys know me I'm already a Room 101 fanboy, however you want to say that. I like the brand. I like Matt Booth, the way he talks about stuff and talks about the dead leaf and the dead sticks and all this stuff. It's just funny. But serious, this is probably the best Room 101 cigars that I've had in a long time. It's really good. I mean, look at that wrapper. I don't know how well it's showing up on camera today while I'm driving, but it's just beautiful. Oily, sleek. The smoke is almost chewy, but in a good way. Just the way it coats your mouth. Just, I mean, like I said, I had one of these and I just was blown away by it. And that was right out of the middle. This one is actually a little bit better. The actual sweetness of the tobacco is more prominent right now. Now that it's more acclimated. Compared to the other one was a little bit more rugged in a way. It still has some ruggedness to it, but in a good way. I don't know. There's a lot going on, but yet there's not. I know that makes no sense. It doesn't even make sense to me after I say it. It is definitely box worthy. It's 2 box worthy. Like, get 2 boxes if you can. But if you can only get 1 or 2, definitely get your hands on it and try them. Where I got these, it starts with the names with the CED. I'm sure you guys can guess where I got that. But I don't know if they still have them. Do a little Google and find them. Like I said, half of their run got burnt, so it's going to be very limited this year, I think. And it's definitely worth picking up if you can. I don't know. I really dig it. And some of you might not. I mean, a lot of you have kind of a similar palate as I do in a way from what we talk about in chat and stuff. So I know a lot of you are going to dig this one, especially if you already like Room 101 cigars. But at the same time, this is definitely a different Room 101 cigar. It's still a Matt Booth, even though they sold out or whatever. You can go on and on about that. It's still a Matt Booth cigar. He still is in with the blending. And it's going to take the Room 101, the Johnny Tobacconaut to that next level. It's that good. The ash already. Beautiful ash. Beautiful cigar. Even with the windows down like they are, look at that burn line. I mean, And for me, that peppery spice kind of stayed through the whole cigar, but it did mellow down from the light up, which a lot of them do. It's definitely stout also on the nicotine, so just so you know. But anyway, I've talked your ear off for almost 9 minutes on this. We're going to let it finish settling in, and I'll be back with an update. Okay, we're back with this JT10 Johnny Tobacconaut. Getting a little bit of a wonky burn because of the windows, not the cigar. But there's this little bit of like I don't want to use the word mint, but minty flavor to it. It still has that beautiful kind of a buttery toast now. It definitely is buttery, nutty, creamy with that spice still on the retro, like the pepper spice. Not overpowering, just enough to let you know it's there. And it's still on the tongue. But the flavor you get off the wrapper on your mouth is just good. It's good. Makes you want to slobber the end up. Anyway. And of course, it's good tobacco. I mean, they use good tobacco. But there is, on that finish, a very long-lasting finish, I guess some professional reviewers would call it, is kind of got like a mint hint to it, a minty hint to it. But this cigar, top notch, top notch. If, like I said, definitely if you can get your hands on one, try it. I don't think you'll be disappointed. And it is stout. I can feel it in my gullet. I don't know what you call the esophagus from the nicotine and stuff. It's giving me that little kick in the pants I was needing on this long drive. But just the flavors, like I said, you almost have to experience it to understand what I'm trying to say. Because you guys know me, I don't have the best, craziest palate, and I get a lot of the same flavors out of a lot of cigars because that's just where my palate is, you know. But I do get flavors, and I just can't explain them. And this is one of them where the flavors I'm getting, and I can't explain. It's good though. All I can say is it's good, and you should definitely get your hands on one of these if you can. Anyway, all right, that's a quick update. We're still hammered down northbound. We're heading to the barn until we do it all again tonight. Oh yeah, I'm about to take that first sort of secondary, I guess what you call it, off. I'm not gonna come back for that, but I'll come back here in a little while. Okay, so I took the band off. This will make a badass ring, really. The spice, the pepperness, has calmed way down. There's still a little like cinnamon spice, not the flavor, just the spiciness of like cinnamon on the tongue. The retro is pretty mellow unless you do a big retro. And right now it still has that kind of a minty flavor aftermath, almost like a rye bread. But as you're smoking it and you exhale out of your retro or out of your mouth, it has the, like, if you ever had homemade bread, a little darker cooked to it, warm right out of the oven, and you put butter on it, it's buttery, creamy goodness with that warm, dark bread flavor. Almost like a dark graham cracker warm with butter on it. That's what I'm getting. And then the long finish, you get kind of like a rye bread slash minty. But overall, really good cigar. I don't think it's going to change much from here, except as you get to the end, the spice will go back up a little bit. So I'm probably going to close the video out here on this JT10, Johnny Tobacconaut 10. But man, really, really good cigar. Solid stick. Little stout on the nicotine. Just overall great flavor. Really good cigar. And like I said, that man would make a cool ring. Whoa. I don't know how well that's showing up on camera, but pretty cool. Anyway, all right, guys. As always, try to sticks, and always keep it smoky, my friends.